Okay, welcome to my very low quality video of memorizing a deck of cards. As for why it's low quality, by the way, I recorded on my phone and I wanted to find a place where it could record like the cards I was looking at. So I put it up on top of my desk, but putting a phone camera on top of a desk and then looking down, it caught like a lot of other stuff. So I've zoomed into it. Actually, the original angle was this, and then I changed it and to be zoomed in, so it's just like not a whole bunch of fluff on the sides. Anyways, so how do I do this? And first of all, how does it work? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here after I shuffled is I'm just gonna look at every one of the cards. I'm probably gonna speed this up too, so I don't really know where I'm at in the video. Because I'm recording before I'm anyway. I shuffle the deck of cards. I look through the cards, and I'll talk about how I memorize them in a second. But after I have them memorized in the noggin, I pick up a second deck of cards that is completely shuffled, like random, and then I lay them out on the desk, and I pick cards up one at a time, and I lay them out in the order of the deck I memorized, and then I flip them one card at a time to make sure they're all the same. And when they're all the same, I go yippee, and then I'm happy. So how does one go about memorizing a deck of cards? So first things first, you need a mind palace, which is something I thought was common terminology until recently. Essentially, a mind palace is a place that you know very, very well, and it's a memory technique to convert like let's say numeric information, like numbers into pictures, because the mind remembers things better with pictures. So I don't know, for example, if I wanted to remember the card, the Ace of Spades, I could assign the Ace of Spades a picture, like, I don't know, a book bag. And then I go to my mind palace and I put a book bag in a certain place. And then when I go back into my mind palace later, I see a book bag and I go, oh, Ace of Spades. Okay. So to memorize a deck of cards, you essentially do this, like a lot of times. So you need a mind palace, a place that you know very well, and it needs to have a certain order, because otherwise you're not going to know the order of the cards. So you could do anything you know really well. It could be real or not real. Real's easier if you've never done it before. I just used my house. So my original plan was to use my house and then pick out 52 locations in my house, assign like some object or person to each card, and then just put them in my mind palace in that order. And that's possible. But I googled it, and there's a faster way that people use. It's called person action object, I think. So essentially, instead of one object or person per card, and then one card in one location, you assign a person, action, and an object to a card. And that way, when you're at one location in the mind palace, you can assign a person to another person's action holding another person's object. So you can memorize 3 cards for one location. Which is, it's got pros and cons. The con is that instead of memorizing one thing per card, now you have to memorize 3 things per card. So instead of memorizing 52 things, you have to memorize 156 things just to get started on this. And then, but a pro, you don't have to have 52 places in the mind palace that you're walking around in your head. You can just do 17 and then just one little random card somewhere else. You don't have to remember the last card, because it'll just be the last one left over. I do it anyways, just for practice, I guess. But yeah. So anyways, you can make the cards whatever you want. It's helpful to categorize them, like spades or something, and diamonds or something. Like, for example, I did spades are family members, and then diamonds are actors, clubs are musicians or authors, and then hearts are like cartoon characters or television characters or whatever. So to give an example of like what a sequence of cards could be, let's say I need to memorize Ace of Spades, Ace of Hearts, 2 of Hearts. Okay, so Ace of Hearts or Ace of Spades is my mom, because family member is Ace of Spades. And then I said Ace of Hearts, I think, Hearts is cartoon characters, and the Ace of Hearts is One Punch Man, because I was just thinking like cartoon characters and then one, so it's One Punch Man. And then Two of Hearts, I made Timmy Turner, because he's got two Fairly Odd Parents. So you need to convert that person into their action or object. So I have mom, and then I have One Punch Man's action, which is lifting like weights, and then Timmy Turner's object, which is a fairy, for obvious reasons. So I got mom lifting fairies if I wanted to remember that sequence. And I put that in the first place in my Mind Palace. And then I just do that for 17 locations. And I'm good. Hardest part of this was memorizing what each card was supposed to be. It wasn't that hard. This has been a weekend thing for me. But it took some time to get faster. I thought it wouldn't take as much time. Like, the first time I did it, after writing everything down and getting all the cards assigned, it took me 15 minutes. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just practice this a couple more times, and then I'll get it under 10 minutes, which is what I wanted. And then it took ages, and, well, not ages, like a day of practicing. And then I got it to, like, being able to know what all the cards in like 2 minutes, after a long time. But still, that doesn't convert to like the actual memorization, because you have to memorize the places and what they're doing and all that. So 2 minutes of knowing what the cards are converted to, I don't remember what the final time was here, like 9 minutes and something, but yeah, so that's how I did it. And yeah, I'll stop talking now, and you can just watch me sort them for the rest of the time.